Welcome to How to Cook That. I'm Ann Reardon and today I'm doing the teeny weeny challenge to see how small I can bake. When I did the giant magnum ice cream, you guys challenged me to do something mini. Now obviously to do that, the first thing I'm going to need to do is build a mini kitchen. So off to the shops to buy some MDF and a heap of other things that I think might come in handy, like tubing, because I want to try and make a working tap. I don't do things by half. And when we built our real kitchen not that long ago, I had about 3 weeks with no bench tops, which meant no sink and no tap and no running water, so I was filming on a little section with a bucket of hot water next to me. A kitchen with no water is not a good thing, people. Now I've built all the walls and the cabinets and now I really want a working light in my fridge. I don't know why, I just do. And I found a little tiny light bulb that I think will work for that. Just push it through from the back and we have light. Some miniatures I just had to buy and then I've adjusted them to make them work how I want them to. And now onto the sink. I'm just going to fold some aluminium flashing into the shape of the sink and then cut out the corners and fold that in. Now I'm going to use hot glue to kind of seal it and waterproof the joins all in one. That wouldn't work with a real sink, but this one's so tiny I think it will work. Time to cut a hole in the countertop to make room for the sink to go in there and just pop that into place from the underneath and then poke through the tap. I've always loved miniatures and we couldn't afford a doll's house when I was little, so I just used a shelf on my bookshelf and put all little miniature things on there, most of which I'd made. I've just dug out my old stuff and this is a tiny cross-stitch pillow that I'd stitched and this little teddy bear I made as well and stuffed it with cotton wool. The fabric for this one, I actually made this when I was older. This is the fabric from the bridesmaids' dresses from my wedding. Enough reminiscing, let's bake. So today I'm attempting mini choc chip cookies. I thought I'd start simple because hey, I've just built a whole kitchen. Grab the butter out of the fridge and then place the sugar in the bowl. And then add the butter. This is so teeny weeny, it's really tricky to stir it and still let you see what I'm doing. Keep stirring until it's all mixed together. And then add in 1 egg. This is looking excellent. Write your puns in the comments below. I'm going to pin the best pun to the top. Stir that together and I'm going to swap to the whisk because the spoon is not really working for me. That's looking better. And then add in your baking powder. Don't you just love these mini measuring spoons? They're so cute. And then add in the flour. And mix that all together, stirring until you can't see any more flour. Now add in your teeny weeny chocolate chips. The more the better when you're making cookies. You can actually make this recipe normal size too, of course, and I'll put the recipe on the howtocookthat.net website for you, and there's a link to that below. Stir, stir and stir some more until they're all mixed in. Let's clear some room on our little counter, put the flour away on the shelf, put all the dishes in the sink. Lots of kids tell me their mum won't let them bake. The secret is you need to clean up after yourself and then she'll let you. Or maybe bake mini like I am, that might work for you too. Line a baking tray with some non-stick baking paper. And then roll little tiny spoonfuls of mixture into a ball and place them onto the tray. Make sure you space them out so there's room for them to spread in the oven. Get some extra choc chips and put them on top of each cookie because people tend to choose cookies based on how many choc chips they can actually see on top. Even though they're all the way through the cookie, we want to see them on top. Light your oven. And place the tray inside. Oops. Sorry, let's try that again. Place the tray inside the oven and leave them to bake. Take your leftover cookie mixture and wrap it in plastic wrap, making like a roll of cookie dough. And then you can put that in the freezer, and anytime you want freshly baked cookies, just take that out, slice a piece off the end and bake it in the oven. Time to wash the dishes. Instead of a working tap, I should have installed a working dishwasher. I don't know what I was thinking. I like dishwashers. My fingers are way too big to wash the dishes in here. Let me swap to tweezers. That's better. They're looking nice and clean. Oh wait, there's still a spoon in there. Let's pull that out. And now we can pull the plug. Yay, my pipes are working. Now let's check on the cookies. I'm going to use tweezers because this is super hot and I don't want to burn my fingers. Oh, look at that. They're looking pretty cool. I'll try not to drop them this time. The old wood-fired oven has cooked them nicely. I'd better put that flame out. Grab a chopping board to protect the counter and put the cookies onto that. And now take them off and put them on a cooling rack so they can cool down. Fresh hot cookies have to be eaten with a glass of milk or a cup if you don't have a glass in your kitchen. Grab a couple of cookies on your plate and bring them to the table, and it's time to dunk them in the milk. Yummy! The only problem is they're a little bit small.
Oh, they're so tiny. Can you make me an ice cream sandwich?
I can try. Put all your mini baking requests in the comments below, or any other challenges that you want me to try. Click here to check out my other videos, and remember to subscribe to How to Cook That. Make it a great week, and I'll see you on Friday.